Welcome to the Western Canadian Blind Curling Championships, this year being held right here in Winnipeg at the Granite Curling Club. And joining us now is the skip of Team Manitoba, Norm Lyons. Norm, first of all, who are the teams competing in the Western Canadian Championships?
We have a team from Prince George, BC, and one from 100 Mile House. That's the two teams from British Columbia. The two teams from Alberta are both out of Edmonton, and the two teams out of Saskatchewan are from Regina.
All right. So Norm, how long have you been a part of Team Manitoba for?
Manitoba Blind Sports just reorganized their curling program about 2.5 years ago. So I've been involved with the curling from that aspect since then. I've actually been involved with blind and vision impaired curling for over 50 years.
Wow, you've been at this for a little while.
Yes.
Now, you're considered visually impaired, you were telling me, Norm. Is that the case for the rest of your team? Are there certain rules on how many you can have on each team? How does that work?
Okay, our teams for the Western are made up of 5 people. We have the four curlers and what we call a designated sweeper, because the teams should have one person that is totally blind, which we all have. And what we have is the designated sweeper is there to either to coach and to sweep for us. If it's totally blind, we won't let them do the sweeping. So yeah, it's a 5-person team.
Okay. Blind curling is not in the Paralympics yet, correct? Now, is that something you're trying to get into the Paralympics? Why do you think it would be a good fit?
It would be an excellent fit. There's a lot of things that need to be worked out as far as that is concerned. As far as the rules are concerned, the basic rules for curling, I think, are good, but you have to have modified rules in there for blind and vision impaired curling, because of the fact that the vision impaired don't see all the way down the ice. So to give us a fair advantage, we needed the sighted people there to help us call line and help us. But we're the ones that are, as we're told, you're in charge of the game. You guys call the game. We just help you with calling ice and stuff. Yeah.
Right. Now, have you played other sports before? Do you currently play other sports? And what other sports are out there for those who are looking to get involved?
Well, in my younger day, I bowled 5 and 10 pins. I also played some golf, lawn bowling. Mostly those type of sports. But other than that, now my sport is just strictly for curling right now.
I mean, how much do you enjoy being able to get out on the rink still? How happy are you to still have this opportunity, kind of?
As long as I'm able to, and I said I plan to curl until the day I pass on of this world, because the curling is a sport that I love very much. And I just really, really enjoy it. It's just something that I enjoy and it keeps the winters bearable here in Manitoba, as you can well imagine.
No kidding. And if folks want to get involved in trying blind curling or any other sports, where can they go?
They can they can contact us through the Manitoba Blind Sports Association. We are located in the Sport Manitoba building out there on Pacific Avenue. And we do have a website for those that want to check on a website. It's Manitoba Blind Sports Association. They just have to Google that, and our website will come up.
I should ask you as well, how often are you on the rink? There's, of course, this tournament that goes every year. How often are you playing though outside of this?
Well, my team this year, actually the last 2 years, when we put the team together for the National Vision Impaired Curling Championships, which take place during White Cane Week, and then the Westerns, which take place usually about this time of year, what we did is our team, when we put it together, we've had practices here every Tuesday night, and we now also curl in a Saturday night regular league. And I got to tell you, we're 4-4, 4 wins, 4 losses, 1 game left to play. So we hope to finish above 500.
You're busy, action-packed. Well, good luck at the Western Canadians here. Norm Lyons, thank you so much for joining us. The Western Canadian Blind Curling Championships here at the Granite Curling Club. All the way from Morris, Manitoba, we have Lorne Hamblin joining us today. Lorne, thanks for making the drive in. You may remember Lorne from an earlier episode of Hurry Hard. Lorne, one of the coaches, one of the originators at the Cargill Curling Training Centre out in Morris there. We were out there, Lorne. It had just launched, the training center. Now that you've had a couple months to experience it, how would you say the first season has gone with the training center?
The training center has been an exciting venture, and we've had a wonderful year. We brought a lot of people out. We ran a next-gen program, and we've had some great successes from our programs.
Who are some of those successes? I was just going to ask you that. How have you seen some of your students faring at events? Sounds like they've been doing a pretty good job.
Yeah, we launched the Next Gen Curl Manitoba program back in October, so it's ran for 19 weeks. So we had 20 athletes involved in that program. Of those 20 athletes, they went to 13 different provincial events. 3 of them won a championship, and they're off to Moncton next in April for the U18. So lots of fun, lots of success, and lots of learning.
Fabulous. Last time we talked, you were talking about potentially making this a year-round facility. What is the update on that?
The update on that is we made that decision in December because we had to move, so we are moving forward, putting in a complete dehumidification system. We're putting in the geothermal field under the floor of the curling rink, which will prevent permafrost going down. So if the demand is there, by next August, we'll be in a position to put year-round training ice in.
Fantastic. You guys are also the coaches, you and Chris, of the men's Canadian Deaf team who actually just won gold at the World Deaf Championships. First of all, how long have you been coaching them for, and how did you get involved with them?
That's an exciting story for us. When we came back from coaching around the world, we took a year off, but we let Curling Canada and Curl Manitoba know that we would volunteer to help local teams because we wanted to stay closer to our grandgirls. So we got a call from Curl Manitoba about the men's and women's deaf team were eligible for the Deaf Olympics in 2015. So we met with both teams, and they were both Manitoba teams at that point. So we ended up coaching both teams for a year in 2015, took them off to the to the Deaf Olympics in Kanamansak, Russia, won a silver and a bronze with them. And so we've stayed connected to the deaf community from then on. It's just a wonderful community.
So you mentioned making the training center into a year-round facility and your club as well. What other changes maybe do you have in store for next year at the training center?
Well, what we found this year is we are working with teams that are obviously within driving distance. But like today, we have a team, and they're heading home there now, that's from Dauphin, and they're with us for 4 hours, so that's a long drive. So what we're doing is putting together a membership for the Cargill Curling Training Centre, where, because visualize it as a golf membership, which will give you access to the ice in the arena 7 days a week, but we'll also have packages for those that are coming long distance. We'll do weekend packages. We can do a punch card where you get 5 lessons and the 6th one's free kind of thing. So we're really wanting to hear back from people out there, what would they like in a program? And we will make it work, because we're the second only training center in Canada, and it's an exciting place to be.
Well, a great start to the training center and great things ahead. Lorne Hamblin, thank you so much for coming in today.